Wrongful death, take 3, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Legal View with Farah Farah. I'm Chuck Farah, and with me today is Eddie Farah, and today we're going to talk about wrongful death claims.
Thanks, Chuck. A wrongful death claim is a legal phrase used to describe someone who has died as a result of someone's failure to use reasonable care. Under Florida law, there are strict requirements as to wrongful death claims. The statute governs all kind of death claims. It doesn't make a difference whether it's an intentional or a negligent situation. It would involve motor vehicle accident deaths, slip and falls, product liability. If there's an intentional act that results in someone's death, the wrongful death statute covers all those scenarios. Under the wrongful death statute, the personal representative is the one who is designated to bring the claim for all the survivors and for the estate of the decedent. The personal representative typically is a person appointed under the will of the decedent, but a lot of times the person who passed away didn't have a will. So in that case, Florida statute designates who would be the representative in that situation. A lot of times the survivors sort of just get together and sometimes will just elect or agree who will serve in that capacity. But it's very important to remember it's the personal representative who hires a lawyer, who brings the claim on behalf of all the beneficiaries and survivors, and represents the estate in any type of wrongful death claim.
Yeah, it's important to know also that the state of Florida imposes a 2-year statute of limitations for all wrongful death cases. This means that the personal representative must bring the lawsuit within 2 years from the date of the death against all potential parties responsible for the death. And if they're not brought within the 2-year statute of limitations, the claim is barred. So it's very important to remember the 2-year statute of limitations. When we take on these wrongful death cases, we're asked by the survivors, what is the claim worth? What is the value of the claim? And so some of the factors, some of the elements that go into determining the value of the claim include the lost earnings that the deceased could have earned if he was still alive. So the future earnings of the deceased is taken into consideration. The funeral bills are also part of that claim. Any debts owed to creditors are part of that claim. And also the survivors have their own claim. And Eddie, I think the survivor's claim is very diverse because it really depends on the individual themselves.
That's right. The Florida wrongful death statute defines who the survivors are. A survivor could be a child, it could be a spouse, it could be a stepchild, it could be someone that's dependent upon support of the decedent. So you have to look for the wrongful death statute to determine whether or not you're a survivor. If you are a survivor, then you're entitled to make a recovery for what you've lost. Your mental anguish, your loss of companionship based on your relationship with that person who passed away, your pain and suffering, and all those human damages that will be included in that case. So you really want to make sure, as soon as you're possible, talk to an attorney. I know it's always a tough situation. These are the worst cases when you're dealing with these wrongful death claims, but it's very specific, the law is, and you really want to talk to a lawyer who's handled them before and knows how to understand and use the statute.